Today, we're excited to welcome Hilla Bakshi to the podcast, the inspiring force behind HaMeetupistiot, a vibrant, growing community that celebrates connection, empowerment, and authenticity among women. What started as a passion project has evolved into a powerful platform where women uplift each other, share openly, grow together. Hilla joined us to share the story behind HaMeetupistiot, the highs and the lows of community building, and her vision for the future. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me, Sharon.
So let's start with HaMeetupistiot. What does the name mean to you, and how did the idea for the community first come to life?
Well, I've been part of the tech industry for over 22 years. Ever since I started to go to meetups and technical events, I've noticed I'm the only woman in the room. And it was like shocking to me. Not really shocking because I've been part of the tech industry for over 22 years, so I've been among men mostly. But suddenly I realized women are saving themselves from growing professionally. And I said, how come they're not here? How come they're not taking part? There's so much value in meetups, in technical events, in business events, to learn so much from other people. And I decided, I used to be a product manager back then, and I decided that I have an idea to overcome this gap. And I went to all the female communities I've been part of, and I asked them, why aren't you coming? And they told me, we're not coming because we don't know about it. Even if we know about it, we don't have anyone to go with. So I decided to solve this gap, this problem for them.
So every community starts with brave steps.
That's true.
What were those early days like, and what gave you the courage to start?
Well, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, to be honest. I always had the number 36 in my brains because I read an article that the average age for entrepreneurs in the world is 36. And it used to be 34 back then. When I came back to Israel, I used to be actually 32. And I kept decreasing the number. Okay, I have another 4 years, I have another 3 years, I have another 2 years, I have 1 year. Then I realized, after I started the community, I created a startup sort of my own at the age of 36. I'm 42 today. The community is 6 years old. So I went to all these entrepreneurs events, and I kept hearing about the success stories and the failure stories, and I learned from them. And I said, I want to be like them, but it's so scary.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I just went eye blinded to the fire. I said, whatever works, I have an idea. I saw a problem. The women said, if I create this space for them, if I try to solve their problem, they take part of it. And it was like an instant success from the beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
How nice. But
Yeah.
as HaMeetupistiot grew, what were some of the biggest challenges you faced in managing a community, and how did you deal with them?
Well, I used to be in a steady job. It was like going to a whole new journey. It was entrepreneurship journey. It was a community. It wasn't a startup, but I acted in this space I was the entrepreneur. And I faced all the challenges that every entrepreneur faces, dealing with growing the community and get clients, I guess, or the audience I'm talking to. It's not only the women. I need to have money from other organizations, maybe startups. Startups don't have money necessarily. They don't pay for it. So eventually, after 4 years, I realized what is our power.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only bringing the traffic to all these events. It was also bridging the gap on the stages themselves, because there is a huge gap on the stages themselves, especially if it's technical stages.
Meaning representation?
Representation of women, yeah. It's like 20-80, 80-20 on the stages, technical stages. So I started to notice this gap, and I said, okay, there's a problem here as well. I can help with it. I have so many women in my community. Maybe I can help them find these women speakers to their events. And this when I started to collaborate with other publishers and events coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the most meaningful moments that you remember in this community.
Well, it was 3 months, I think, after I started community. It was August, and there was some entrepreneurship event at Microsoft Reactor. And I used to go to all of the events in the industry, seriously, especially when it was in Tel Aviv. And most of them are in Tel Aviv. And I came with a very profound community of 30,000 women, not 30,000, 3,000 women. Back then, it was 3 months after we established. And I told them, listen, there's an event that sounds really, really cool. It's by Microsoft. Let's go there and show ourselves. Let's go and network. Let's meet other people, meet other entrepreneurs. And we came there, and we were like 95% of the audience. And it was an entrepreneurship event. Usually, most of the entrepreneurs in Israel are men as well. And we came there with all of our force. I felt like I'm in my wedding, and I actually laughed about it in the event itself. I told Raz Bacha, who managed the Microsoft Reactor, I feel this like my wedding. They all came from me. The dog came from themselves, but they were part of a force of the community.
So at this point, it's only representation. Mm-hmm. When did you see that the seeds are growing?
When women started to talk about it, when other event organizers started to contact me and told me, help me bring not only traffic but also voices to the stages. I miss this kind of. I'm looking for this kind of speaker. I think you have it. Can you help me bring a product manager, an entrepreneur, a female entrepreneur, AI entrepreneur? And I realized I have so much power. I used to have like. Today we're 24,000 women. So we are the number one place, the one-stop shop that event organizers are coming to not only look for audience, but also look for speakers. Mm-hmm. So they either connect me personally or they connect the community and they just publish, I'm looking for a female speaker in the subject of XYZ.
But it's still like that. They're looking for female speaker. Yeah. It's not that natural.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah, that's true. I think with all the women communities that started to come around 2018, I think, and the Me Too movement, obviously, there was a talk. The conversation shifted to there's no balance in the community. I mean, I started in the tech industry in 2000, and I worked only with men, but I've never noticed. I didn't realize I was working only with men because I was blind. But only when I started to read the statistics and read the articles and read the all the there's like an annual reports of Israeli I don't remember his name. The Israel Authority.
Yeah. The regulation authority for the
and I started to realize there's a huge gap. Yeah. There's a huge gap, and only then I realized there's a problem. It's not only in my brain. There's an
where are the
problem.
obstacles within women themselves who don't lean in, or whether it's the men who are leading this industry and they're avoiding, including more women?
I think both. Either the women are not saying yes enough to opportunities, because I keep hearing that we were looking for female speakers. We talked to hundreds and we got 2 yes. Or either they're not realizing this is what they do. Sometimes they have amazing speakers, but they all happen to be male. Mm-hmm. And they don't notice. They just want the strong speakers. They don't care if they are men or women.
I understand.
Yeah.
But women also have to encourage
But women
themselves.
also...
And this is what your community does, also encourages women to step in, to lean in.
Mm-hmm. Me personally, I host workshops on networking and personal branding. And personal branding and networking, it's such a on-demand skill that women should adopt. especially in the robots era, in the AI era. Because robots will be able to replace us all over eventually, but the humanity and our human physical body will be our strong either
Virtue, or,
virtue, or voice or character.
Yes, but let's talk about you. You hold a space for so many others. How do you protect your own energy and stay grounded while leading such an emotionally rich community?
A lot of coffee.
I had noticed that.
I just had one. I have. I'm so motivational. But by what I do, because I keep getting feedback from the environment, either men or women. By the way, men also follows me online, either on LinkedIn or Facebook. They see what I do. I write a lot about what I do. And I keep hearing many great feedbacks that inspire people, even like personal journeys or personal stories that I tell about my personal life. Someone is getting inspired by it. I don't know how and why, but this is what people are looking up to me. And
don't be too modest.
Actually, I used to be modest. Today, I think I'm not modest. I'm not modest at all. I'm trying to be. I need to go back to the basics and be more modest. Although I keep telling people, women especially, stop being modest. This is, scream your successes. Scream your everything you do. People should know about it. Don't hide it away. Nobody will. If you don't talk about it, someone else will talk about it. It might be not your story.
Mm-hmm.
So
they will own your story.
Own your story.
Yeah,
write your
women
own story.
tend to be more modest.
I know.
Yeah, down to earth. True. So, do you take care also of your position in the community, or you only take care of others?
No, of course I'm taking care of my community. Come on, of myself. No, I'm the face today. I'm the face and the voice of the community. I actually designed the community to talk and act like me. I'm very not like tie boated woman. I'm very not suit and tie woman.
Yeah, casual.
I'm very casual woman. This is the community. We're laughing. I'm doing like cool activities with AI on Saturdays. I'm trying to keep it really young. I mean, although I'm over 40, but our audience is like, I think 35-ish, sort of. So we're between the Z generation and the Y generation. I felt like I'm always between generations. I'm very young. I just wrote an article about it. I go to sleep at 10 p.m., but with TikTok.
Same here.
But with TikTok. So there's a balance. I'm always trying to balance myself.
Okay, let's talk about the vision. What's next for HaMeetupistiot? What dreams or plans you're excited to bring to life in the coming years or beyond?
Once I established the Meetupistiot here and I saw its power, I realized I can copy to other tech cities around the world. So we started our community in New York 5 years ago as well. And I'm planning to start a community in Austin, Texas, because all the Israelis moved to after San Francisco. I used to live there. And then maybe London, maybe Germany, I don't know, Berlin or Hamburg or something. I just want to copy the model that I created here to other cities around the world. And I think it would start from Israeli audience, Israeli women, and it can expand to other peers, global peers. So the Israeli women voices will be amplified. This is what I wanted. Because I think the Israeli chutzpah, it's our advantage. Disadvantage as well sometimes, but our mostly advantage.
So good luck with that.
Thank you.
Hilla Bakshi, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Sharon.